Giuseppe Garibaldi, an Italian revolutionary leader and general, famously stated, "I offer neither pay, nor quarters, nor food, I offer only hunger, thirst, forced marches, battles, and death. Let him who loves his country with his heart, and not merely his lips, follow me," while on the brink of the First Italian War for Independence in 1849. His mindset of fight for the cause, not for the pay, is embodied through soldiers throughout history who fought for things like freedom, independence, and human rights. Randall Jarriel was one of those soldiers. Randall Jarriel was born in May 1914 in Nashville, Tennessee. During his youth, he took up an interest in the fine arts, especially the poetic side of literature. He studied at Vanderbilt University and graduated with a Master of Arts degree in 1938. 4 years later, in 1942, Jarriel joined the United States Armed Air Force as an aviation trainee, but later transferred to a navigator role. Though it is believed he never saw ground combat, it is likely he was part of several bombing raids in his aircraft. While participating in World War II, he never lost his interest in poetry. In fact, his experiences throughout the Second Great War gave him the content for many of his poems. Possibly his most famous poem, Death of the Bull Turret Gunner, details a rather common occurrence he may have seen while on the flight line of an air base, while utilizing a persona. In the third and fourth line of the poem, Jarriel states, 6 miles from Earth, loosed from its dream of life, I woke to Black Flak and the Nightmare Fighters. This section comes from the point of view of a turret gunner in an airplane. 6 miles from Earth means 30,000 feet above ground, the cruising altitude for an aircraft in those days. I worked to Black Flak and Nightmare Fighters explains that the turret gunner awoke from rest in the airplane to explosions from surface-to-air cannons, a night fighter aircraft designed to attack bomber aircraft in the night. The final line of the poem states, when I died they washed me out of the turret with a hose, which forces the reader to assume the gunner has died, but the aircraft returned safely to the base, and now the gunner must be replaced by a new one. This is an unfortunate reality of soldiers at war, that once they die they must be immediately replaced, no matter how disrespectfully, so the next one can quickly take his place and die doing the same job. Death of the Bull Turret Gunner is just one of several poems by Randall Jarriel that portrays the gruesome reality of war from the emotional perspective of a soldier actually fighting in it. Randall Jarriel is a poet who certainly should be valued for his service, but also for his perspective and understanding on war and battle.